Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets' first round draft pick selections. Whoa! Let me tell you something. Joe Douglas did business. He did business in this first round. I ain't gonna lie to you, okay? There was a lot of things that went on, a lot of guys that he took that honestly, they had Jets fans at the edge of their seats. They truly did. Coming into this draft, there was a lot of smoke screens, a lot of inside source reports and all kinds of things trying to detail what the Jets would do. And I don't think anybody really saw the Jets doing some of the things that they were able to do in this draft. And it was phenomenal. So first off, I want to say salutes to everybody that joined me for the draft day party. Salutes to all the Savages. We had a lot of fun watching the draft together, having a blast. And we did a live radio show as well, which is on the channel too. Please check that out. We did our first round, reactions after the 10th pick. So we had a lot of fun doing that. So salutes to everybody again that joined me. Now, I'm going to paint the scene for y'all, okay? We're sitting there, draft starts, we all talking, going back and forth, right? In the chat, everybody's just having fun, all right? Now, Walker goes number 1 to the Jags, which was a little shocking because, up until this point, Aiden Hutchinson was pretty much kind of the guy that everybody said would go 1. Aiden goes 2, of course. That next team just raced to the podium. They were going to take him. The Lions took him immediately. Like, thank you and goodbye, right? Dan Campbell ran the 40 up there. He ran a 4-1 and took off. You know what I'm saying? Got Hutchinson and took off. Then we're sitting there, okay, Texans are on the clock. And we're saying, well, what are the Houston Texans going to do? What are they going to do? We were thinking, KT to the Texans. This is easy. Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be a Texan, said and done, right? Wrong. Pick comes in, it's Derek Stingley to the Texans. So now everybody in the chat's going crazy. It's swarming about, right? We're like, okay, you got Kayvon Thibodeau. Some people were screaming Aquanu. You know what I'm saying? It was just constant back and forth. Kayvon Thibodeau, Aquanu. Maybe we go wide receiver. All this other talk, right? I was thinking Kayvon all the way. Because again, we've talked about it in my thing is I want to address the edge, and we'll get to that later on as well because Joe Douglas was able to make a move. Boom, pick is in, and it's Sauce Gardner. It's Sauce. Listen. I didn't hate the pick. I was shocked that they didn't take Kayvon Thibodeau, but I was like, yo, this kid Sauce Gardner. All right, I'm ready to go. He's a good player. I like what he brings to the table. He's a guy that I talked about in my, rumors and my prediction video that I did a while back about the New York Jets draft and some of the guys that they could look at. So I like what he brings to the table. Sauce is a solid corner. He's a complete corner. He can do it all. You look at the situation here. He comes in, and I'm just wondering where exactly he's going to go. We just took him at 4. I would guess that he's going to be a starter. He's got to be a starter off the bat, and then if he is, okay, what happens with Bryce Hall, who played very well for us as a number 1 corner last year, right? What happens with that? Where does he go? So there's going to be some shakeup in that secondary. We're going to see what happens. Again, even if you move guys to the slot, what about Michael Carter II, who played phenomenally in the slot, last season? So we're going to see some shakeup, but I like what Sauce brings to the table. Complete corner. The guy has never had anyone complete over 50% completion rate against him, gave up no touchdowns in college. He's just phenomenal. So it is what it is. I was just shocked that the Jets passed up on KT, right? So the Giants immediately take off to the podium. They grab KT. So I'm like, all right, well, he ain't sliding, you know what I'm saying? So we're watching things continue to go on. We watched Atlanta take Drake London at 8. I was like, wow, okay, fight on. All right, let's be clear about that. But wow, Drake London at 8, he's the first to come off the board. Things keep rolling, keep sliding. So then the 10th pick comes, all right? We got the 10th pick in the first round, and I'm sitting back like, okay, you know what? He took Sauce Gardner at 4. Everything's good, baby. Everything's good. You want to know why? KT's gone. That's fine, too. We all know Walker, Hutchinson off the board. That's fine. Because we still got Jermaine Johnson here at 10. He's been, talked about constantly as a guy that the New York Jets would target at 10. We're going to take him, no issues. Like, our edge is going to be solidified. Because for me, the biggest issue with this football team going into this draft was edge. I wanted that to get solved. We have not had a pass rusher since John Abraham. I'm done with it. Please solve this, right? The pick is in. So I'm already ready. I got my Jermaine Johnson jersey ready. I'm ready to talk. You know what I'm saying? Pick's in. It's Garrett Wilson. Now that shocked me. Okay. Now that was shocking. Okay. Not because I don't like Garrett Wilson. I do. I think he's a great player. Ohio State guy. Very solid pickup. This guy can, great route tree. He can get the job done. I have no issues with that. I've talked about him as well in some of my pre-draft videos at wide receiver. Great pick. But I was like, man, what is going on with the edge, right? But when you look at what Garrett Wilson brings to the table, he's a guy that's going to upgrade this offense. This offseason is also about bettering and helping Zach Wilson. He needs more weapons, okay? We need to give him every single thing that we could possibly give him to succeed in this league, because that's what you do when you're trying to help groom a young quarterback. And Garrett Wilson's going to be that, all right? We add him to Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios, and he's going to come in and be the explosive weapon that we need him to be. Now, I will say this, Denzel Mims, you got to step it up, player, because I'm telling you, there's other guys that are going to definitely be coming for his spot. And also, when you look at this as well, the New York Jets didn't end up making a trade for Deebo Samuel. That's big, too. So the Jets get Garrett Wilson, great quality wide receiver. They avoid, dealing with the free agency nonsense. Remember when people were paying $25 million, for some guys that weren't worth it. And they also, didn't move on and didn't take Deebo, which was kind of surprising too, because a lot of us thought that trade was a done deal, So the Jets pass on Deebo to get Garrett Wilson. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get Deebo. We didn't get, Jermaine Johnson. We got to figure this thing out. So now we're mulling about, because I'm like, man, when are we going to get some edge? When are we going to get some edge? When are we going to get a guy that's going to rush the passer? What is going on here? Maybe in the second round, we get Boye Mafe. I was hoping that Jermaine would slide to the second round. And as the pick just kept rolling, I just kind of felt like, hey, Jermaine Johnson is probably going to get taken. I thought that the Bills were going to take him. They passed. I thought that the Ravens were going to take him. They passed. And then as things kept going, Tennessee comes up. And I'm like, man, I hope the Titans don't do it. I hope they don't do it to me. Don't do it to me, Titans. And then, boom, there's a trade. Titans go away, Jets slide in. And I'm like, yes! Yes, please be for Jermaine Johnson. Please. The New York Jets make a trade at 26, and they draft Jermaine Johnson. And I tell you, I was over the moon, okay? I love this selection. First off, because of the capital, the capital that we gave up to trade, I don't think it was a big deal. I know some Jets fans think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. Let me break it down, okay? The New York Jets gave up 35, which is a second-round pick. They gave up 69, which is a third-round pick. And they gave up 163, which is a fifth-round pick. Now, for that, the Titans gave them the 26th pick in the first round. They also gave them pick 101, which is a late third-round pick. I thought that was a solid move to get back into the first round and grab a guy that honestly was talked about as being a top 10 player in this draft was huge. And this is edge. This is a guy that's also being talked about as one of the most pro-ready edges in the class. I love this move by Joe Douglas. I loved it because you sit back and you go, look, you got to make things happen. That Jermaine Johnson was not going to make it to the second round. I don't care what nobody's talking about. He wasn't going to make it to the second round. If we didn't move up and get him, somebody else was either going to move up and get him or he was going to get drafted by one of those teams that was left, okay? He was. That it just was not happening. He was not going to make it to the second round. I love this first round draft by Joe Douglas. I do. Okay. Now there's some other guys as well in the second round that we could target as well to continue to help this football team. But I thought he did one heck of a job here. I really did. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about Sauce Gardner at 4, Garrett Wilson at 10? How do you feel about Jermaine Johnson at 26? I want to hear from y'all, man. Comment down below. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.